And we are back, and we're back, y'all. Thank you for watching today. Go ahead and hit that like button, my people. Know that it helps us out a ton. And of course, it helps you because it helps us keep bringing you all of these wonderful news stories 2 times a day, every day. Now, y'all, we have a battle of the heavyweight titans. It looks like your girl, let me say it right. Your girl, Letitia James, it looks like she just wants to take on everybody, y'all. She's taking on Trump. If you have like news alerts for her, she's suing everybody in New York State, gambling people, vape people, all kinds of people. And now this might be her toughest, biggest fight of all. She is going head to head with Elon Musk and his X platform over free speech and hate speech. So y'all, we're going to get into that in just a second. I'm going to break it all down for you. But first, we're going to go with another story because she's going after other people too. She's going after sheriffs and law enforcement in her own state who want to work with ICE. So now, let me break this down for y'all. So pay attention, people, so that you'll learn something, okay? I'm here to teach you something real quick. The United States federal government has sole jurisdiction over immigration. State and local governments have almost, I would say, zero or practically zero say-so in the country's immigration policies, okay? Letitia James is a state attorney general, which means she has practically no power. Now, this is what states and local governments can do. They can tell the federal government, and this is confirmed by this U.S. Supreme Court, so this is not just my opinion. The states can tell the federal government, we will not lend, we will not use our state police or our state resources to help you, federal government, enforce federal law, which is immigration in this case. So the states can say, look, we can't prevent you from coming into our state. We can't prevent you from detaining people. We can't prevent you from doing all this stuff. But we're not going to help. Okay, so they can say that we're not going to help. So what Letitia James is attempting to do is go after state officials who are looking to help. So here you're going to hear from a state official, and you're going to hear the host ask, hey, what about Letitia James coming after y'all for trying to help ICE? Let's take a look. But before we do, y'all, make sure you take care of your money. I'm not going to make this a long one, y'all. Go to Paralegold, Paralegold.com, or call 844-651-8334, 844-651-8334. If you have $50,000 to $100,000 or more in your retirement, protected from inflation, protected from monetary debasement, you're about to retire. Make sure your money's still there and it's still worth something by investing at least some of it in gold. Talk to our partners at Augusta Precious Metals. Go click the link now, get the free information, and protect your precious retirement.
All right, Long Island law enforcement promising to stand behind ICE as the Trump administration cracks down on criminal migrants who live in our country illegally. And our next guest is one of those officers leading the push to back ICE, saying his county is not and will never be a sanctuary for criminals. Nassau Police Commissioner Patrick Ryder joins me now. Commissioner, it's great to have you on the show this morning. So how do you handle partnership with ICE? Because it is an agency that many Democrats in your state are demanding you do not have a relationship with.
Well, good morning, and thank you for having me on the show. ICE approached us several months ago, asked if we would assist them in their immigration enforcement. Obviously, we'll assist any federal agency that comes to Nassau County, FBI in terrorism, DEA in drugs. So we signed up. We had 10 officers that are in the process of being cross-designated. That doesn't mean they can go out and do any immigration enforcement that they wish to do. That's only when ICE is in town, in the jurisdiction of Nassau County. We will assist them, and we will go out there and help them in their enforcement process.
Yeah.
We've been told, and it's been that way so far, they're going after the bad guys. They're going after those with the criminal records, the murderer, the rapists, those that are here committing these crimes. We go with them if they're asked, and we assist them in the process.
Commissioner, how much illegal immigrant crime do you see on Long Island? I know that MS-13 had a significant presence at a time. Is it still that way?
Absolutely. So the crime is always, it's very fluid. It's always changing. But when it came to the gangs, we have embedded MS-13 Latin Kings that are living here in Nassau County. Our enforcement is very good. Our gang unit does a great job of keeping the crime down, and shootings are down. But at the same time, we don't want them to stay here and continue to commit these crimes. They've already committed crimes. They've already been identified as gang members. They're the ones that we're focused on and working with ICE to go and get out of Nassau County.
And apparently New York Attorney General Letitia James isn't happy about this, and she is investigating sheriff's offices that work with ICE. But as the AG, shouldn't she be investigating the criminals and not the law enforcement agencies that are working to get the criminals off the streets?
Absolutely. In my county executive, Bruce Blakeman, backs his men and women that wear the uniform. That's important to us. We have the local politicians all support us. But remember this, and this is where the message gets a little confusing. We're going out there to make sure that everybody is protected when ICE is doing their enforcement. The ICE agents, the Nassau County Police Department, and our communities. We're making sure that we have the dialogue. We will not go into a school, a hospital, or we will not ever ask a victim or a witness their status. You know, these things get hyped up and spun out of control. It's not what we're doing here in Nassau County. We're protecting the rights of the citizens, and we're going after the bad guys.
All right, so as you can see there, he's not deterred. He's going to continue to work with ICE. And who knows, we'll see if Letitia James sues him or goes after him and his people for doing that. Now let's switch gears and get to Elon Musk and Letitia James. As you can see with this Reuters report, Elon Musk's ex sues New York to block social media hate speech law. Elon Musk's ex Corp sued New York on Tuesday, challenging the constitutionality of a law requiring social media companies to disclose how they monitor hate speech, extremism, disinformation, harassment, and foreign political interference. X said that the law, known as Stop Hiding Hate Act, the Stop Hiding Hate Act, oh my gosh, violated the First Amendment and state constitution by subjecting it to lawsuits and heavy fines unless it disclosed, quote, highly sensitive and controversial speech that New York may find objectionable. Now, y'all, you should know that as Letitia James is the top prosecutor in the state of New York, when you hear New York, you should read Letitia James, okay? Deciding what content is acceptable on social media platforms, quote, engenders considerable debate among reasonable people about where to draw the correct proverbial line, X said. This is not a role that the government may play. The complaint filed in Manhattan federal court also quoted a letter from two legislators who sponsored the law, which said X and Musk in particular had a, quote, disturbing record, quote, on content moderation, quote, that threatens the foundations of our democracy. So, y'all, I thought our democracy was founded on free speech. Was our democracy founded on free speech, or was our democracy founded on hate speech moderation? And I mean, somebody tell me. New York Attorney General Letitia James, a Democrat who enforces the state's law, is the named defendant in X's lawsuit. Her office did not immediately respond to requests for comment. Musk, the world's richest person and recently a close advisor of Republican President Donald Trump, has described himself as a free speech absolutist. He did away with the content moderation policy of Twitter, as X was previously known, after he bought the company for $44 billion in October 2022. So, y'all, this is a new line of attack. So I want y'all to understand something. Hate speech, disinformation, climate change. These, you might say, why do you say climate change? What does that have to do with anything? These are all political theories, political policies, political stances that certain groups use to indoctrinate the public and then gain support for certain political moves or legal moves. That's what you have to understand. Look at all the money that the Biden administration gave away under the guise of climate change. So it's like, yeah, we want to give you $2 billion, but we're really not sure how to do it. Well, why don't we say that it's to help fight climate change? Okay, great. Why don't we say it's to help fight hate speech? Okay, great. Why don't we help? Oh, no, you can't say that. That's disinformation. It's all about control, people. I mean, that's my take on it. But you might have a different take. Let me know. Do y'all think that a state should be able to regulate the speech on a social media platform? I mean, of course, there's certain expression that just is outside of the bounds of what's acceptable in any human society, right? In any civilization. But outside of that, and I'm talking about really grotesque things that you can use your imagination. But outside of that, do you think that the First Amendment comes into play? Like, no, we can say things that are hateful. We can say things that are stupid. We can say things that are controversial. That's protected by the First Amendment. Or do you think that states should be able to say, well, you can't say that hateful or stupid thing here? You know, let me know what you think, y'all, in the comments. And what about Letitia James? Is she the person that you want determining what you can and can't say? That's another question. Probably put that in a poll. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. But before you do, please stop, hit the share button, share this video out over email, text message, WhatsApp, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, all of your favorite social mediums. And of course, if you're not a subscriber, please do subscribe. Y'all, we've already had many of you who have gone to our website, Paralegold, PARALEGOLD.com. You've gotten the information. We've had people who have already invested with Augusta Precious Metals, who've invested some or all of their retirement to protect it against the upsies, downsies, roundsies, and roundsies. You could be next. You should be next. If it's right for you, you need to make that decision. Give them a call. Augusta Precious Metals are partners at 844-651-8334. I want to thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to comment, y'all. Don't forget to comment and share this video. Love y'all. We'll see you back in the next one.